Are you single? Well. This is the big question now, isn't it? This is what everyone wants to know, what the girls came here for. And the answer to that question is... Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, better known as Egg by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C Scoop, part 1 of a 2-part celebration, because we are celebrating 1,000 subscribers! Thank you all so much for coming back week after week, hitting the subscribe button, and just joining this community of me just being myself, my authentic self on the internet, and sharing my life in Paris, my life as a grad student here, my travels across Europe, etc. I just really appreciate it and love it. I love hearing back from you guys via comments, DMs, meeting some of you in person, having class with some of you has just been so surreal and so cool, and I feel really honored to have this opportunity to do this. And so to celebrate part 1, gonna do a little get to know me Q&A, play 20 questions with all of you, of questions that I got either on my Instagram stories, I get asked in DMs a lot, or maybe even in person or comment sections. I thought I'd put it all together and share with all of you today. But first, before we get into it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to, I don't know, the next 1,000, the 1,000 after that, maybe even 10,000. You know, act a little crazy with it. Oh, girl can dream. And of course, comment down below too to keep the conversation going. I love hearing back from you guys. Actually, let's do this. Comment down below, how did you find my channel? Like, what was the first video you saw? Or maybe it was like something like a keyword or something you searched. Like, how did you find and get into the Savvy C Scoop? I'd love to hear it. All right, sounds good? All right, let's get into it. First up, I'm gonna close my eyes. Feel around the bag. It's very low quality, but you know. Oop, here we go. Hope I didn't pick it. Is this one? Yeah, this is one. Okay. Here we go. Oof, I'm a little nervous. First one might be a little hard one. Oh, okay. How old are you? I am 23 years old. That was easy. Question number 2. How long have you lived in Paris? Oh, okay. I have lived in Paris coming up on 2 years, which is crazy to say out loud. I moved here back in September of 2020, so right before the second lockdown, so like 5-6 weeks. So yeah, I'm coming up on 2 years. States are you from? Oh, okay. So I am American, if that's not painfully obvious, if you guys already know. And I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. in the DMV area. I'm a DMV girl through and through, which for you guys who may or may not know is the tri-state area that's connected by land. And so that's Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, Maryland, and Virginia. I lived in all 3 and really spent the bulk of my childhood split amongst those 3 states. Darkest time of your life. Whew, okay. Getting deep. Okay, just jump right into it. Let me think. An ex-boyfriend that I had, broke up with him, and he did not take that well. And so he then proceeded to stalk me and harass me. And it got so bad, and I felt so just paranoid to the point that I filed a police report against him. I just had to really take, that action, and he stopped, knock on wood. Thank God. And so that was just a really dark time and a low moment of just feeling so powerless, feeling the foreignness of me being here. Thank God and thankfully that the police officers that I worked with were really helpful, believe me through and through, and my friends feel strong enough, thank God, to express what happened, and I had the proof and the evidence, and they believed me. But yeah, that was definitely, the darkest time of my life. All right, moving on. Question number 5, right? Yeah, 5. What are you doing after graduation? Ho, ho, ho! The golden question. So, for those who may or may not know, I moved to Paris to get my master's in global communications from the American University of Paris, and I'm about to graduate on May 23rd, so coming up, which is very exciting and kind of surreal. And after graduation, I'm gonna stick around. I talked about this in a video before, my first video of 2022, or just talking about I'm gonna stay in Paris and stick around, and I really like my life here. But when it comes to what I'm gonna do exactly, details hazy, but I'm gonna continue doing YouTube. I'm gonna really lead into this. I have so many ideas and things that really come to fruition and coming to pass. I can't wait to share with you guys. And I'm gonna start a business here. So I'm gonna leave it at that, so I'll keep it vague like that. But your girl got some things, cook it up with some things planned. In worst parts about living in Paris. Oh, I like this one, good question. Whew. Okay, well, best we can go on and on and all day, but let me keep it brief. So best, I would just say overall, I love my quality of life here, and I feel that the culture, the language, the history, the food, you know, French food can be a hit or miss, let me not lie, but when it hits great. And just the accessibility to travel and go to other countries, travel around the city, travel around the country, etc. I'd say those are just the best parts of living here, and something that even if I were to leave the country, were to leave France, leave Paris, that will always like stay with me. So I'm really thankful about that. And then for the worst parts, oof, I mean, it's just tough overall, and I just really have a newfound respect for immigrants and just admiration for them and what they can just uproot their lives and move, especially if it's under non-ideal situations and circumstances. But so yeah, just being a foreigner and just how something as simple as mailing off something or looking for a medication or find a place to get your nails done, hair done, whatever, comes just, there's just a level of difficulty that comes with it. And then another thing that I would say was surprising about living here and a downside that I didn't see coming was how I'd be viewed and thus treated as a Black American woman here by other Black people. And I didn't realize that it would just be such a different culture, and with like the history of colonization here versus in the States of like building off of slavery, that tension and just that reality check, I did not know that would be a thing, and no one warned me about that. So I'd say those would be the worst part. Where did you study in undergrad? Oh, okay. So I went to Baylor University, Sticker Bears, hey, Sticker Bears, baby, in Waco, Texas. Where do you get your hair done? Important question though, I'm laughing, but important. I normally get my hair done at this place called Institute Good Feeling. I made a short about it. I'll put that here, and I'll put their information in the description box below. There's this place in the 18th, right by Jules Jaffrine and the La Marie in the 18th arrondissement, the 18th arrondissement. And yeah, I normally go there, but this style, I did it myself. How long will you stay in Paris? Ooh, definitely for the foreseeable future. I was telling someone, I was like, I definitely see myself here to the Olympics, at least. That's in 2024. But we'll see after that. How'd you find your apartment? Oh, okay, good question. So my first apartment I found through my school's housing database, AUP's housing database, which I made a video about. I'll link up here. And then my apartment now I just found through this place called Seloger, Seloger. This great online platform, kind of like if you're from the States, like a Trulia or a Zillow, just like a real estate online agency where a bunch of different agents, or just, yeah, not even an agency, a real estate website where a bunch of different agencies and landlords put their listings on there. Reach out to them, have your favorites, and you can hear back really, really quick. It was a really quick turnaround, so that's how I found my place. Favorite meal to cook? Well, I don't cook, so thus I don't have a favorite meal to cook. Yep, that's all I got. Yeah, you do not want me cooking your food, trust. It's not even like, oh, I'm like bad. Like, you just do not want me cooking your food. Like, just period. You don't want me in your kitchen preparing your food for you. But big props to those who do. I love me some pasta though. I would say that's my like favorite type of cuisine and meal. Do you speak French? Wait, un petit peu. My French is not perfect at all. I would say like my level is about B1, B2, but now I can get around successfully and communicate with others. So we're working on it. Not quite fluent, but we're almost there. What do you do for work? Your girl's on a roll. So right now I'm just, I kind of just, I'm not living by on a prayer, but living on a prayer and just figure it out and just finessing and, you know, being savvy with it. But yeah, money is a bit tight these days, but we're figuring out. We'll make it work. Out about my visa interview, any advice? Yeah, I was right there with you. For VFS interviews and Campus France and just all of that jazz. If you haven't checked out my visa video, you can watch that here. Biggest advice, I would just say have all your paperwork with you. I run through it in that video, and you can double check online to make sure you have everything. And just think of it like you're kind of going to like the DMV if you're from the States, like Department of Voter Services, or just like going through some process along those lines, like the prefecture would be like the French equivalent, but just adding an international element. But just have all your paperwork with you, show up early, not even on time, show up early, and just like chill. I think, have a good meal before, be patient, be chill, but just know that it's just part of the process, and that once you finish this, you'll be golden and be good to go. Best part about being a graduate student. I really liked how our classes were structured and the curriculum was structured. So like the first third of the class would just be like historical context and giving us like terminology and theories and theoretical frameworks to build off of. And then for the rest of the course, we'd pick a subject matter that I was interested in, the students were interested in personally, that connected to the subject matter at hand in the class. And then from that point forward of making that decision, talking through it with the professor, having them like approve it or want us to refine it a bit, we'd work on creating a body of work dedicated to that subject matter for the rest of the course. And I really like that because it gave us, I feel like that's how education should be, of like connecting what you're interested in outside of class to the class you're taking, and then making something that will last you far beyond that class, after the class ends. So yeah, I really like that part. Any French friends? Ooh, yes, I have made a few here and there, not a ton, let me not lie. That what's been happening that I'm seeing is a lot of people like leave, or they move, or they split their time between Paris and like another city, like Paris and London. I met someone who's really cool. She splits her time between Paris and Dubai, so that happens a lot. But I guess I have met a few French friends here and there. A lot of like bar restos, clubs, day parties, and even like through social media and stuff like that. So it is possible to do so. You just gotta find your one French group to infiltrate and go from there. See yourself in 5 years. I don't know where I'll be in 5 years, but I'm envisioning and manifesting and hoping for myself to just be a full-time creative entrepreneur where every day I am using my creativity and my talents, my gifts, and just really walking in my purpose to alleviate, help others, and just find solutions to problems that really are just wreaking havoc on this place we call Earth and our society. So yeah, I would say I'll just keep it like that. Are you single? Well. This is the big question now, isn't it? This is what everyone wants to know, what the girls came here for. And the answer to that question is no. Next question. Is it hot here? Is just me? Okay, moving on. Next question. Favorite country you visited in Europe? Ooh, I'd say Malta. Just one threw me off. I had little to no expectations for it. And not even threw me off, it just surprised me in the best way possible. And I really want to go back and spend some more time there than I did before. I want to spend like at least like a week and a half there. But yeah, so I would say Malta was my favorite country. Homesick. Yes, of course. Just seeing your people live life and continue what they're doing with or without you, as the song goes. Like just having birthdays and babies and just anniversaries or huge milestones or just events that, if you were there, you'd be right alongside with them. I made a video about this as well, talking about that. And just not having your people physically with you here, with me here, has been tough. So what I do though to combat that, I just stay in touch with them using, FaceTime, social media, YouTube as well. I kind of share my life and then they share theirs as well, just they can see what I'm doing and I can see what they're doing through social media. And I'll be going back home soon as well. Then my family will be coming soon. So, and I've had 2 groups of friends from college come visit recently, which have been so great and a good, just a nice home reminder, like a good boost of home, and so that's been fun to see that. That is it. That has been 20 questions, little game of 20 questions with me. Hope you got to know me a bit more than you did before watching this video. Thank you all again so much for clicking that subscribe button, excuse me, over 1,000 times. It means the world to me and I really, really appreciate it. I'm so excited to share what I got cooking up for you guys of like the next chapter of the Savvy C Scoop and things to come. Please let me know too down in the comments any other topics, subject matters, things you'd like me to cover that I haven't addressed already. I'd love to hear back from you guys and I love taking requests. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, to get on the scoop, and let's see where this community and this channel can go from here now that we're post 1,000. Again, thank you all so much for joining on the scoop. I really appreciate it. As always, I am sending my love to wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.